Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Coding Care. So this is the third video of my Kafka series. In this video, I'll explain all the components of Kafka, like what is Kafka Broker and what is ZooKeeper, what is Kafka Cluster, and what is topic, producer, consumer. All these components I'll explain in this video. Please stay tuned and subscribe my channel. So let's get started. So before moving, I just remind you to the architecture of the Kafka. So here, so in the first video, I have explained the architecture of the Kafka. So if you do not have watched my video yet, please go through once and watch it. So here, different producer is there, and producer will produce the message, and different consumers will consume the message, and there produce the message to the Kafka broker, and all the Kafka broker is inside the Kafka cluster, and here ZooKeeper is there. So what is this? I'll explain one by one. Before understanding all these things, let's explain with a simple example. For example, fast food center. Okay, let's say McDonald's. So think that the Kafka cluster is nothing but the whole McDonald company. Okay, and the company has many outlets across the country working together to serve the customer quickly, right? So suppose in our area one branches is there. So one branches is nothing but one Kafka broker. Okay, so the Kafka cluster is nothing but a just group of restaurant, okay, or group of brokers working as one team. Then second thing is Kafka broker. So I just said Kafka broker is nothing but one restaurant. Okay. So what it can do? So what's the purpose of the restaurant? It takes the customer orders. Okay. Then it prepares the food and it delivers the food to the customer. Okay. So think that Kafka broker is nothing but a one restaurant which is receives the message and stores the message, and whoever wants to consume the message, he will send the message. So this is the purpose of the Kafka broker. So what is ZooKeeper? So ZooKeeper is nothing but like think that it's a head office manager. So it's like a headquarter or central manager who will manage all these things. All these things means it will gives the list of all the working outlets, and it if an one outlet goes down, then it reassign work to others, and it helps the coordinate foods delivery and team management. So all these things will managed by ZooKeeper. So here ZooKeeper is one of the manager who can manage the Kafka broker. Okay, which broker has down and which broker is up. If one broker down, then he will do some other things. I'll explain what he will do. Okay, I hope this example gives a little brief idea about the ZooKeeper, Kafka broker, and the Kafka cluster. Okay, so I'll explain on later how the ZooKeeper helps here to manage all these things. Okay, so if one Kafka broker is down, how it manages all these things, I'll explain later. But before the explain all these things, we have to understand what is Kafka topic, then partition. All these things we have to understand. Okay, now I have already created one topic. So here just open one terminal. So what's the command to see the topic name? So we can use bin slash Kafka topic, then hyphen list, then it is bootstrap server hyphen bootstrap server, which is running on localhost colon 9092 enter. Here my log topic I have created before. So here this picture says that publisher will publish the message to the topic and consumer will consume the message from topic. But actually we are sending the message. Okay. So if you'll see here, I just open two more terminal to publish some message and consume some message. So here bin slash Kafka hyphen console, yeah, producer, then so hyphen topic my log, then hyphen bootstrap server, it is running on localhost colon 9092, enter. So here if I'll send some message, then consumer will consume some message. Okay, so I'll create one more, I'll open one more terminal here. So bin slash Kafka console, then consumer, then hyphen topic slash my log, then hyphen bootstrap server, which is running on localhost colon 9092 from beginning, hit enter. Okay, now it reads the message. Suppose here I'll publish some message, let's say send some data. Okay, here consumer consumes the message, but actually this is a message we are sending here. Okay, but this is not a message, this is called event. So what is event? So many people knows that we are sending the message to the topic and we are consumes the message from the topic, but actually we are sending one event. Okay, an event have value, this value is nothing but this message. Okay, so what is event? Event is nothing but a something happened. So whenever we will send something or whenever we will publish something, then one event will trigger. So one event we are sending to the Kafka topic. So one event have content like event key, event value, and event timestamp, and some other metadata. Okay, so here we are sending message means we are not sending a message, we are sending an event. So one event contains these things. Okay, suppose I am sending some data here, some send some data, this is a message, right? So this is the event value. Then what is the event key? Event key is null here because we are not passing any key. So why the key is important, I'll explain later, but just think that here event has these many things is there. So how we can ensure whatever I am sending, this is an event? Okay, so let's do one thing. In consumer, what I'll do, I just control C, and if I want to see the proper event, then we can use some different command. Okay, bin slash Kafka console consumer dot sh, then hyphen topic. So this is my log, then we need to mention the server bootstrap hyphen server, which is running on localhost colon 9092, then from beginning. Then we'll use one property called hyphen property print dot key equal to true. Okay, this print dot key equal to true means it will print the key. Next, one more property called hyphen property, okay, print dot value equal to true, it will print the value also. Again, one more property called print dot timestamp equal to true. So here it will fetch the data from this topic, and which is running on this server. Kafka Broker is running on this server. It will read the data from beginning, and these three property I am using to check an event: key, value, and timestamp. Just copy this one and paste it here. This is my Kafka consumer. Just paste it, hit enter. Now see, now my first log details. So this is the value, this is the timestamp, and this is the key. So here we are sending the data. Suppose I am sending some message or trigger an event, hit enter. Then here it came trigger an event. This is a value, event value, and this is a event key, and this is a timestamp. Okay, now you understand what is event. And by default the event key is null, so we can pass the event key also. So how we can pass the event key? I just wanted to event key as well as event value. So here we can just modify this this command like So this is my producer command. Here we have to just mention the property hyphen property. We have to use parse dot key, parse dot key equal to true, and one more property hyphen property inside double quote key dot separator. Okay, this separator equal to, suppose it's a colon. So what it will do, property parse key equal to true means we have to pass the parse dot key means we have to pass the value like key and value which is separated with colon. Like first we have to write like something one colon some message, like this we have to pass the value. So just copy this one and paste it here. Okay, hit enter. Command not found, why? Let's clear all these things and okay, let's check this in Kafka producer topic, this one server, this one property key true, and the separator is colon. Okay, okay, maybe this one will not required, we just copy this bin. Okay, so here paste it, hit enter. Yeah, now the publisher is ready to publish the value. Okay, so here while, so here when we are sending the message, how we can send, like one colon some event trigger. Okay, hit enter. Now here see one some event trigger, that means one is the key, event key, and this is the event value. So I hope this is clear now, what is an event and what is an event key and what is event value. Now we have to understand what is the purpose of the event key. So here interviewer will ask one question. Which question? Suppose this is my topic, okay, and I have three partition 1, partition 2, and partition 3. Suppose publisher publish some message, like for we have an employee list and employee have different department is there, like HR department, dev department, some other department is there, right? So one publisher will publish one event. Okay, then it will goes to either partition 1 or 2 or 3. Okay, and again one more event will send, again it will go to either this one or this one or this one, again one more event will come, again it will go to either partition 1, 2 or 3. But while consumer will consumes the message, there is no order, right? So some of the event will present here, and some of the event will present here, and some of the event will present here. Let's say there are different consumer is there. Let's say one consumer here, this is consumer 2, and one more consumer here, consumer 3. So here three different consumer is there. Okay, so three different consumer consumes the message. Okay, and all this consumer is part of the one consumer group. I'll explain what is consumer group. Just think that this all these consumers are part of one consumer group. Okay, now one consumer consumes the event from the partition 1, then that particular event will not be consumed by the consumer. But in the first video I explained multiple consumer can consume the message, right? But wait, multiple consumer can consume the message, but it should be a part of different consumer group. Okay, so this is one consumer group, and suppose one more consumer group is there, and inside that multiple consumer is there, they can consume the same message. But in one consumer group only one consumer can consume one message, and the same message cannot consumed by the consumer 2. Okay, clear? Now here different event is there, and at a time multiple consumer can consume the different message. Okay, but here interviewer will ask, like all the events whatever the employee details will come, I want to process the HR department object in a order, in a order. Okay, all the HR department, all the HR department event I wanted to process in an order. So in that cases what we can do, because publisher will publish the message. Suppose one event come, okay, here one event come, this is one event, and let's say this event is a event is nothing but one employee object. Okay, one employee object came, and this employee have a department is HR. Okay, now this event is go to partition 1. Now one more event came, okay, I mean one more employee object came, this is also a HR department, and it goes to partition 2, but this goes to partition 1. Just think that here this is HR department, this is also HR department, but these both objects are goes to different partition. If they go to different partition, then the multiple consumer can consume at a time, right? So this consumer consume this message, and this consumer 2 consumes the message from partition 2 at the same time, and the process simultaneously. So how we can overcome this problem? That's why key comes to picture. So same key we have to pass in one partition, so that always the object will be processed in sequentially. Suppose here key is department ID, department name. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll pass the HR department as a key, like here, like HR colon then employee object. Okay, employee object I'll pass. That means always it will go to the partition 1. It will never go to the partition 2 or 3. So if it will not go to partition 2 and 3, it always go to the partition 1, then obviously the first message will consume. This is a queue, right? First one message will process, then second message, then third message, like that. Okay, that's why key comes to picture. So this is the basic interview question asked by the interviewer. In the next video, I'll explain what is consumer group, and you know already consumer and publisher. So publisher is nothing but any type of application, and consumer also same, any type of application. But in the next video, I'll explain the topic internals, how the message is storing and how it processing and how it's replicate. All these things I'll explain on the next video. So but this one is very important, and it will asked by the interviewer definitely. So thank you guys, please stay tuned with my channel, so that in next video I'll upload, you will get the notification. Thank you everyone.